Rivers State House of Assembly has urged the Department of State Security Service to investigate the state chief judge, Justice Simeon Amadi, over alleged falsification of age. Pardon me, please. The development comes amid the ongoing political crisis in the state. This is coming after the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, and Governor Simeon Amadi have been engaged in a political rivalry over control of the oil-rich state. This followed the presentation of some documents to the Speaker by the Leader of the House, Honorable Major Jack, while afterward, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Dumle Malo, raised an allegation against the Chief Judge of the state, Justice Simeon Amadi, saying the document before them indicates that the Chief Judge of the state, Justice Simeon, falsified his age in service. The House debated the issue and resolved to write a letter to the Director of the DSS to conduct an investigation and report its findings to the House. It was later put to a vote, and the House eventually agreed to write to the DSS to investigate the age falsification allegation against the Chief Judge. Now, we're just coming from, the case of the RISEC chairman, and right now we're on to the matter with the Chief Judge. What are your thoughts on this report?
Yes. It still borders on powers to investigate.
So why wasn't this investigated, way before now? Why didn't this come to a question?
Reasons best known to the Assembly. Reasons best known to them. Okay? But what we will look at is the position of the law.
Yeah.
What does the law say in that instance? Okay. Don't forget that the police, for example, is empowered to prosecute anyone who have been perceived to committing a crime. Okay. And Section 98, Section 98A, Section 98B, Section 98C, 98D of the Criminal Code as applicable in 12 states in Nigeria. Okay? And Section 115 to 253 of the Penal Code as applicable in 19 states in northern part of the country provides that anyone who have committed a crime can be tried in the law court.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the implication of what the Assembly is doing is simple. If my Lord Justice Simeon Amadi is suspected to have committed a crime as alleged, okay, the law says if he admits, in the case of Ekuniwe against Federal Republic of Nigeria, 2010, 2 Nigerian Weekly Law Report, precisely in page 348, the court held that in the case where there is an admittance, there is no denial of facts. Okay.
Okay.
Because of no denial. But if the court held that if there is a denial, going by the provisions of the law, if there is a denial by that judicial officer as accused or as alleged to have committed a crime, the court held that that judicial officer will face trial.
Okay.
At that point, judicial immunity will not hold them. So the implication of all this section of the law and the authority I cited, also in the case of Udu against FG. All this, the implication is simple. If my Lord Justice Simeon Amadi is suspected or perceived to have falsified his age and as alleged, if he is being petitioned, if the DSS does their findings and it becomes a fact, at that point he can be petitioned to NJC. When he is being petitioned to NJC, if he denies the allegation, then he will face trial. That doesn't mean he will be guilty as alleged until the court proves otherwise. Okay. Because at this point he is only being alleged. No facts so far, no evidence so far to say this is it, until either the court of competent jurisdiction makes a pronouncement to that effect, or the NJC, looking at the foundation I laid before, how the NJC can assume jurisdiction to investigate and make recommendations where necessary, or how it can be a criminal trial.
Well, now I want you to take us through the process of a chief judge's assumption of being a chief judge in a state. Are there processes?
Yes, of course.
Right.
Yes, if there is vacancy as to who becomes the chief judge, the powers are on the governor to nominate the next senior judge to the NJC. The act says two. The governor will nominate the best two. Okay. Looking at the ranking. Okay. Ranking in seniority.
Is due diligence done?
Yes.
As regards things like age.
Yes.
And if they might have any other records.
Yes, of course. The governor picks two and sends to NJC. So NJC does the ratification and all the rest.
This chief judge, was it chosen by Governor Fubara?
Justice Simeon Amadi was appointed during the time of His Excellency Ian Wike.
Good. Now, when that was going on, do you think due diligence was done as regards what his age was and why it's been, been alleged now that it's possibly falsified?
Yeah, don't forget the governor only recommends to NJC.
Okay, so NJC does
their due diligence and approvals of the appointment. Okay. Okay. The due diligence is not saddled on the governor. Okay. Yes. But if there is a question of facts, so far, the assembly has the power to investigate and also make its recommendation where necessary. Okay. And I argued with a colleague last night. We were looking at the powers of the DSS in this regard. Yes, of course, going by the provisions of the National Securities Act, the DSS is empowered to, maintain intelligence, gather intelligence, prosecute where necessary. And DSS is also empowered to provide security for the president, the vice president, the chief judge, the chief justice of Nigeria, and top-ranking judges, including the chief judges of high courts. Okay. Like the chief judge of High Court of a state. All the top government officials, like the Speaker of the House of Assembly, the governor, and all that. And also gather intelligence. Okay. Share intelligence with other security agencies. So the DSS in this regard, considering my Lord Justice Simeon, it's a high-ranking judicial officer. The DSS can investigate and recommend back. Right. The DSS will not just after the investigation will not just move in and start harassing, hounding, and prosecuting. No, there are procedures. Okay. This report must first of all go to NJC. The accused at that point will be made to face the NJC, either to deny facts or agree facts. So if facts are denied or agreed, as the case may be, then at that point we will know the next line of action according to the laws of the land.
Thank you so much.